Okay, so big cliffhanger at the end of the last episode. We had gotten in here and we tried to use our valid guess method, but it wants a string of letters guessed. And so we need to pass that to it, but we currently don't have a string of letters guessed. So I'm going to add one in here, string. And this is just going to hold the letters that have been guessed. And we're just going to keep adding to it as they guess a new letter. And again, a string behind the scenes is an array of chars. And so we can go in and just look at each individual letter if we want to, but we can also compare it using that contains method like we've done. And so I'm going to pass to the valid guess method the guess and the letters guessed. I'm going to pass both of those things to it. And it's not liking it for some reason. That's because I'm missing a parenthesis. Okay. So that's at least liking that. Now it's not liking this. It doesn't exist in the current context. How is that possible? Oh, I said letter guessed. Letters guessed. Okay. There's always a reason. This is a good time to talk about this. If there's an error, it's not just random. It's happening because there's a reason. It's something you did that's making it get that error. And so I think if you always default to that, there's always a reason that it's occurring. These are the things my dad always taught me when I was learning how to program. There's always a reason, and it's almost always something you know. It's not some random error. It's usually almost always something that you know how to fix if you could find it. And so anyway, keep that in mind as we run into errors. All right, so we're going to check to see if it's a valid guess. We're going to read in their guess, and if it after we've gotten their guess, we're going to pass it to our validating method and check to see, is it a valid guess? We're going to hand it the guess that the user's made and then the list of letters that have been guessed, and it's going to come back with a true or a false. So when do we want to continue? While valid guess is true? Or I think the way that we want to say it is while it's not a valid guess. On the valid guess side, remember that it's going to return a true if it was valid, or a false if something made it invalid. So on this side, we're saying, and the way that we've named it is, this is a valid guess. If it's not, by using that exclamation point, a valid guess, then have them do it again. And we've already given them the messages here. Sorry, the guess can only be one letter. So we probably ought to say, try again, actually, on each of these things. So that it isn't just, having them, it doesn't just sit there with a blank cursor. We're telling them to try again. And then we read in their line again and try it again. And when we exit this loop, we will know that we've gotten a valid guess. All right, so they're going to type in a letter. We're going to validate it. And after we validated it, what do we want to do? Well, if we look back at our list of things that we need to do, we need to check and see if the letter is in the word. All right, so if the letter is in the word, so I'm going to write a little statement here. If the solution contains the guess. Now at this point we know we've only got one letter and it's not a number and everything because we've passed through this. And so we can just say here, validate the guess. And then down here, check to see if the letter is in the word. And so we've got a little if statement here that says, if the solution contains whatever the user guessed, right? Then what do we want to do? So if the solution contains the guess, then we want to tell them, let's see, it'll be something like console.writeLine. So let's talk to the user and say, yes, the letter, and then whatever letter they just printed out, so we can concatenate that in there. So whatever the letter is, the guess, so the letter A or whatever is in the word, exclamation point. We get excited, right? They just made a good guess. Or alternatively, you've seen the format where we can use the string interpolation by putting a $sign and then in here, you might like this better. I think it works better in a lot of contexts. we drop in curly braces the name of the variable, so guess, and we can do it that way as well. So but we got to have this $sign on the front to indicate we're going to be doing this, what's called string interpolation, where we can mix. We don't have to concatenate. We just drop in wherever we need to using curly braces the variable names. So I'll drop in there the guess. Yes, the letter guess is in the word. All right. So if it contains guess, then we'll print this out. But what if it doesn't contain it? Oh, shoot. That means they got it wrong, right? And so we probably ought to put an else on here. And this is real clear. Sometimes I don't endorse using an else if there's not if there's a potential for a third option or a fourth option. Sometimes we get ourselves into trouble by having an else because it's anything else. But this is a really clear, either the letter's in there or it's not, and so I like it here. So I'm going to print out console.writeLine. And I'll do the same thing with the string interpolation and say, sorry, the word does not have the letter, and then whatever the letter is. And then we'll just do a period there, close that quote, and end that out. So sorry, the word does not have the letter, and then whatever the guess is. All right, so that's really easy to see if the letter's in there or not. Now, if the letter's in there, so if the solution contains the guess, then we've got a couple of dilemmas here, and I'm trying to decide which one to tackle first. And maybe wherever we start, we're in charge of the gameplay. And so this is to guess one letter, but they're going to be guessing multiple times, right? We want to go through this process of saying, please enter a letter, and then having them guess the letter, and validating, and then checking to see if it's in it. We want to do this over and over again until they've won or they've lost. And so how do we determine that? Again, probably what we want to do here is make this a do while loop. So do all this stuff while there hasn't been a winner. And in Visual Studio here, we can take all this code and highlight it and then drag it up here, and it'll drop it in. If it isn't indented, we obviously can highlight it and indent that. And then down here at the bottom, we're going to have our while. But that is the question. How do we know when to stop? How do we know when this game is done? And so as we look at the options, there's a few different ways this game can get done. They could either have used their max number of guesses. So maybe we do something like say, look, if they're invalid or incorrect guesses, gets to be 6 or greater, right? As long, or we say do this while incorrect guesses is less than 6. Okay, we could do something like that, but then what happens if they win? How do we determine if they've won or not? Well, how do we know if they win? If they've guessed all the letters in the word, that means they've won. And so I've got to think through this problem a little bit. There's a couple of different ways to get out of this. And so that makes me think like, let's take one way of getting out and then we'll set that way. So maybe I create here something like a Boolean variable called game over, and I set it equal to false to begin with, okay? And then I can, as I'm playing the game, figure out what would make that true, but ultimately I keep playing while game over is false, or what we can, so you can do this two different ways. You can say, well, game over is equal to a false. You could say, well, game over is not equal to true. Or if we were set it up with a Boolean variable, it's going to come out in the end with a true or a false. And so a lot of times what you'll see is we don't do anything with this greater than or equal to, or sorry, not equal to or equal to or anything like that. We just say while not game over, which helps it read kind of English-like, right? While not game over. Then we're going to keep doing this. And then we'll have to obviously go in and set the factors to say what makes it either they've won or lost and changes this game over status to being false. So, or true, sorry. While game over is true, we want to keep doing this. So we'll take a look at that in the next video. Spencer out.